Spain's rejection of a call by Angela Merkel to secure an EU-wide quarantine for British holidaymakers yet again exposes the divisions within the European project as it limps along and muddles through the continued COVID crisis. The German Chancellor said, "In our country, if you come from Great Britain, you have to go into quarantine, and that's not the case in every European country, and that's what I would like to see." However, Madrid, fearing a second summer washout and facing billions in lost revenue, maintains that quarantine policy is the right of individual member states. It is also possible we are again witnessing a German-led attempt to punish the UK as the war of words continues to heat up over Northern Ireland. Last year the EU's coronabans debacle was followed by an 11th-hour COVID rescue deal full of compromise and can-kicking. The lack of EU cohesion was shown up again recently, with Brussels launching legal action when German judges attempted to challenge the supremacy of EU law. Germany's constitutional court had ruled that the European Central Bank overstepped its mandate with bond purchases. Brussels also finds itself dealing with ongoing infringement battles against Hungary and Poland, as a cultural iron curtain falls down the continent's spine. The European Commission recently took Poland to the European Court of Justice over claims of undermining judicial independence while it continues to fight with Budapest over LGBT+ rights. Just as culture divides the bloc east by west, debt and diverging interests continue to divide the Mediterranean nations from the wealthier north, something the recent spat between Germany and Spain is likely to exacerbate. Last year, the so-called Frugal Four in the EU's north were especially opposed to footing any bill for what they see as profligate member states in the south. So much for European unity. It is a wonder the EU has time to play hardball with the UK at all, although its recent belligerence over Northern Ireland is no doubt partly motivated by fears that other restless members could follow Britain to the exit. Meanwhile, the risk of a President Le Pen in France is sending shivers down the spines of Eurocrats as Emmanuel Macron's poll lead narrows heading into the presidential election. A victory for Le Pen would be a major boost to nationalists in Europe's east who, having mostly retained their own currencies, could more easily leave the EU than Eurozone members in the debt-ridden south. The fact the Northern Ireland Protocol has aroused strong feelings demonstrates the willingness to make the UK Union work. There also remains a willingness for wealthier areas of the country to subsidize poorer ones. That is how genuine unions work. It is why, despite periodic bellyaching, federations like Canada and the US hold together as well. But the EU is not a country, nor is it a true union, but instead a loose-hanging collection of nations with different histories, identities and perspectives. Spain has proved itself to be more loyal to the EU than Italy in recent years. But even Spain has a limit to what it will accept from the big shots up north, especially when livelihoods are put at risk. Ultimately the self-interest of member states will always trump whatever bond these countries ostensibly still feel towards one another. The battle over who controls quarantine policy points to the real sickness within the EU.